Yeah, Sunday was awesome. You know, it's kind of a chance for all of us to sort of get together one last time before everybody gets on the road. Unfortunately, everybody can't stay, but those that do stay, we get to kind of hang out with each other and kind of say our goodbyes. And you know, the funny thing is about this festival, like I know a lot of the songwriters, but you go through pockets where you're never on stage with somebody that you've been on stage with before. So maybe like that guy Ben Balmer. Last year, I never saw him at all. This year, I only played with him once. My friend Chris Taylor, we met at the first one, the first Dripping Springs festival that I had ever attended, and I think it was his first too, 6 years ago. And we've become really good friends, and he's let me stay with him on tour and stuff. And but you go through these patches where you're not playing with these folks that you know. Wes Collins is another one that I missed this year, and he's a great songwriter I love to see. And you meet new ones, which is nice, you know. But Sunday is kind of great because you can, if they're hanging out long enough, you get that one last chance to see everybody and reconnect a little bit, you know. And then, you know, you saw the audience, the local audience that came out and sat under that big tent most of the day. And, you know, I mean, somebody gave me a fedora. Jim and Emily, just out of nowhere, just was like, he comes up wearing the hat. He says, what size do you wear? What size hat do you wear? I was like, oh, 7 5/8. He's like, I bought this fedora and it just doesn't seem right for me. He's like, you want to try it on? I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you giving me this hat? He's like, if you like it, yeah, it looks good on you. He just gave me a fedora. I was like, what is this place? It's
something about the people.
it's just the people, they love you. You know, Sean Byrne brought up a story that the Stetson he was wearing, it's a hat thing now, but you know, the Stetson he was wearing is this Silver Belly open road Stetson hat. And one of the locals sent that to him in the mail after one of the festivals, just got along with Sean so well, loved his music, loved his playing, and just sent him a gift, you know. Jerry, another local, last year his grandkids were there and I was hanging out with his grandkids and gave them a couple of my paintings. And so Jerry shows up and says hello to me and puts me on a video call with his grandkids. So I get to talk to his grandkids while I'm there, you know. It's that kind of stuff that happens at this festival that, like, I don't know, like, it's crazy to me to be that far away and that not be my hometown, and that kind of love that you get from the people there, you know. And that's a lot with Sundays like that, you know. It's that chance for everyone to catch up at the tail end, you know. And then if you're smart, you stay for the pickers party and you get to hang out and watch the locals play, and if you're really lucky, they'll let you sit in on a couple tunes.
Did you do that this year?
I did this, yeah. It's kind of a tradition now. It's like I almost can't miss it, and I don't stay to play. I actually stay just to support the locals, you know, and I love hearing them play tunes I'd never heard. A lot of it's bluegrass kind of, you know, and old folk stuff that I'd never heard before. So it's an education for me, you know. That was a blast, and it's always like that for me. And they seem to really appreciate the fact that I stay, and I love doing it. You know, even though it puts me on the road later, it gets me home later than maybe I should. You know, it makes my trip home a little bit touchy as far as like getting back to work and stuff. But if I can do it, I don't want to miss it. You know.